Hey guys, I hope you guys had an awesome weekend this week. It is Stonk Dad. I'm back here. I'm going to do a little review of what I'm expecting this week and kind of just going into what I'm looking at starting this week. We have a lot going on. I'm super excited. I'm going to make this video a little bit longer and then post it on YouTube. I know I've done in the past like 2 minute videos because I post them on Twitter, and Twitter only allows 2 minute videos. But I thought that I would do a little bit longer one and kind of go over what I'm looking at for this week. And starting this week, it is the 10th of October. So we have a busy week. We have FOMC minutes. We also have CPI data coming out, which I'll talk about. But I do want to keep this video a little bit shorter. I don't want to make it too long. For YouTube videos, I'll probably keep around 5-6 minutes. But with that, I hope you guys enjoy this video. I would really, really appreciate it if you just give me a like. That's all I really want. All right, guys, let's get into it. Okay, so last week we saw heavy, heavy, heavy bearish flow. These flow traders are not letting up. We had about $30 million worth of puts and minus 5 million in calls on Friday alone. If we look at the longer term flow here, let's see, history. If we go back 5 days, let's just go back all of last week flow. So you can see that the bears really, really caught up last week, and you can see we topped out around the 375, in between 375 and 380 here on SPY. The bulls were in control here. We had a nice rebound from 360 all the way up to about 380. And then the bulls started to take over, and we saw a sell-off from that 380 level, or around that 380 level. Okay, so for this week, I think it's going to be pretty crazy. I think tomorrow is going to be a lower volume day because it's a holiday and a lot of other markets are closed. But yeah, tomorrow may be a little bit lower volume. Wednesday and Thursday, though, are going to be the most insane. And I'll go over that in just a second. But let's talk about some levels I'm seeing here on the S&P 500 ETF SPY. Let's go here. So I usually check gamma exposure levels two different ways here on the TradyTix platform. I check it here on the SpotGex chart under ticker dashboards and options, and then I just click SPY up here in the bar. Then I also check it here on the chart, which you can as well under the ticker dashboards and stocks. But for the sake of this video, I'll just do the SpotGex bar chart here. So I do think we won't break this $365 gamma exposure level. You can see we have a very, very large bar here. So that is a pretty key level that I'm looking at going to tomorrow especially. I do not think that we'll break that level going above it, but if we do break above that, I think we can go upwards to 370, 375-ish area. So 365, I will be looking at that. If we break above it with bullish flow starting this week, I'll be looking at 370, 375. But if we hold that 365, I do think that we'll come back down 360. 360 is that really big level that I'm looking at. It looks like we have a pretty decent size one at 358. But 360 has been holding pretty well, and I'll show you real quick right here. If I go on the daily chart, you'll be able to see it a lot better. So this is the 360 mark. Here, let me just draw a line here for you guys so you can see it a little bit better. 360, we'll place it right here. So that's about 360. So you can see that it's held pretty well. Even in 2020 as well, 2020, the end of 2020, we've had some resistance there and also support. And then going into the lows of June, that's kind of where it bounced off of as well. And then we did break below it a little bit around 357, 358 area. But nonetheless, that is still a pretty key area roughly around that 360 level. So I'll be looking for that. If we go back on that bar chart, you'd be able to see, you can see that we can possibly get down to 358 if we continue to sell off. But like I said earlier, we have the economic calendar, which is very, very important. We have CPI on Thursday morning pre-market, which is, you guys, you have no idea how volatile it gets when CPI data comes out in the morning. That is something that we need to figure out and look at. If anything, if it comes below 8%, that is bullish for the market. But if it comes above 8.3%, I'd say that could be the start of another down leg, which would be very, very bad for the market. So ideally, we want to see inflation be below 8%. So we'll look at that Thursday morning. But even before that, we have FOMC minutes. I'm guessing that's when Brother Powell, Jerome Powell, will get on. And let's see if that's actually what's going to happen. Usually they have information on what's going to happen there. But nonetheless, it's probably where Jerome Powell will get on and talk to us about inflation and what's going on in the markets. But I'll be watching that. That's the FOMC minutes will be about midday on Wednesday, so 11 a.m. my time Pacific. So I will be watching that. Other than that, guys, those are my levels for SPY. I'll be going over those in more detail kind of on my daily videos, which will be shorter. But if you guys like this video, it was a 6-minute video. I would really, really appreciate you guys to subscribe, like it, the whole shebang, the cliche YouTuber stuff. So if you guys have any questions, leave me comments. You can reach me on Twitter or whatever. I love going over market data and everything of that matter and trading SPY. That's pretty much all I do. So thank you guys for tuning in and watching. I hope you guys have an awesome week, and I will see you next time.